The day is finally here. State of Origin, Game 1, right here in Sydney. And MG, it's time for the big preview. We have you, of course, and New South Wales legend Ryan Girdler joining us. Morning, Girds.
Hey, good morning, guys. How you doing?
Very
Hello,
good.
Gird.
How
We
are
are
you?
pumped. And in the interest of balance, we have a Queenslander as well. Big Dell is here. Morning, Wendell.
Good morning, guys. How you going?
Hey, you
We are
gorgeous
awesome, Del.
man.
Great. Thanks for joining us, brother.
Anytime, mate. You know, we're all family, guys.
You know it, baby. You know it.
Okay,
I
all
know.
three of you are
All
going
right,
to get
Daddy.
the same questions here as we go around. MG, would you like to kick it off? How do New South Wales win tonight?
Look, I think tonight it's all about Nathan Cleary's kicking game. I think that both forward packs are both formidable. I think they'll hold each other. But I think in the end, Nathan Cleary's kicking game, which has been immaculate ever since he's come into first grade, I think that'll get the New South Wales the edge. I think that the kick chase is what will be most important tonight. And with young Cobbo, I think he'll be targeted.
Wendell, how do New South Wales win?
New South Wales. Well, look, mate. New South Wales. What we've got to do for Queensland, we've got to hold their middle third, because once they get on that roll, and obviously they get into good field position with their kicking game, Nathan Cleary is probably one of the best kickers in the game, along with Matt Burton. So young Cobbo, he's going to expect a few bombs and obviously a few kicks in behind. And as a young winger on Origin, we saw Justin Hodges when he came through. It's a different beast. So with this wind around at the moment, that's what they've got to make sure that he gets that right. If you take the first bomb, take the first carry, you get more comfortable. But Nathan Cleary, can I tell you, as an outside back, mate, he makes me very nervous. He's such a great kicker.
Girds, how do you think New South Wales win tonight?
Oh, can I say Nathan Cleary's kicking game?
You know what? That'd be the best way.
Look, I think the combinations that they come in at club level for the Panthers guys, Isaiah Yeo, Nathan Cleary, and Jerome Luai. I think what they'll do is with Yeo being able to get into first receiver, it'll allow the halves from the Penrith guys and the New South Wales team just to play with a little bit more wit and move the big Queensland pack around. And I think if they can sort of execute the way they do on weekends at club level, like they possibly can tonight at Origin level, I think that might just trouble the Queensland edge defence and might be enough to get New South Wales home.
Okay, if Queensland do win tonight, God forbid, MG, how do Queensland win?
I look at their team, and that it might surprise a lot of people that Queensland have 127 caps, New South Wales 93. So Queensland are the more experienced, but they have the more debutants with Cobbo, Cotter, Carrigan, and Nanai. If they win, I think the youthful exuberance of these guys who are on amazing form lines as far as the Broncos and Cowboys go, I think if they win, it's on the back of these guys who this time last year, Queensland didn't have much to pick from as far as the Queensland teams go. Well, now they've got an embarrassment of riches. Now they've got these young blokes like Cobbo and Cotter. Where did Reuben Cotter come from? Unbelievable story. Unbelievable story. So if they win, and I think, look, a lot of people probably have forgotten exactly who was in the dressing room with these guys before the game. Billy Slater, Cameron Smith, and Jonathan Thurston, along with Nate Miles.
And Nate Miles as well.
And Nate Miles. That's. I mean, when you're walking out to a battle and you look at these four guys as the last four guys you look at, you kind of grow an inch or two. So if Queensland do win, it'll be on the back of that.
What do you reckon, Wendell?
Mate, I think it's important for us. I think our outside five, you guys like Gagai, obviously Valentine Holmes, you carry the ball well out to the outside five. Our forwards do their job, but also Munster and Cherry Evans, they're going to be wanting to get one over Luai and Cleary because they outplayed them last year. So for me, that's important. But I reckon also Harry Grant and Ben Hunt, that interchanging after 25 minutes. Once Harry Grant comes on, he's so good around that ruck area, and this MG and Girds, mate, he's so good. So that's the magic between Hunt and Harry Grant. Harry Grant is majestic. I just love the way he plays. So that's where we could probably expose New South Wales a little bit, but we need to get that field position and win that battle.
Ryan Girdler, how did the Queenslanders get it done tonight for you?
Look, I think they've just picked a side that's really in form. When you go through sort of the lineup, every player is in great touch at the moment, other than Kalen Ponga. Now, I think Kalen Ponga could be the danger man. He'll be excited. He hasn't been in great club form, and he's playing in a side that hasn't won many games. So when you get an opportunity like to go into Origin and play with guys that are in great form, you get really excited. So I think that controlling him, Munster, and as Del said, when Harry Grant comes on, alarm bells need to go off, because we saw what he did a couple of years ago when he when he comes on in the middle against some guys that have been out there for 20, 25 minutes, and there's a little bit of fatigue in the New South Wales pack, he's the danger man. So I see those three guys as the people that New South Wales really need to contain.
Let's talk about those danger men. MG, for you, if you are running out for New South Wales tonight, which Queensland player do you hope has contracted COVID and won't be able to play?
Well, that's right. That's why Ryan Girdler is one of the best analysts in the game. He mentioned Kalen Ponga. Not many people are talking about Kalen Ponga for the fact that he's done not much this year for the Newcastle Knights, but exactly what Gerd said. I think him being around this environment with these young Cowboys players, with these young Bronco players, with Munster and Grant and Ben Hunt, who's been the player of the series for the last 2 series out of 3 for Queensland. My danger man, obviously, is Cameron Munster, but I think Kalen Ponga. I think Kalen Ponga is going to be the man who will just grow tonight. He's the one I'm worried about.
Dell is a Queenslander. Who in the New South Wales team makes you nervous tonight?
Oh, mate, there's 2 players that make me nervous. Tedesco, we know what Teddy is. He's world class. So everyone talks about Travojevic and Ponga and that, but Teddy just consistently aims up. But can I tell you who else? Isaiah Yeo. He is world class, and he's one of the best players in the game now. So those 2 players, they worry me as a Queenslander.
Okay, gentlemen, let's get straight down to the predictions for tonight. Who wins and what is the score? MG.
26-18 New South Wales.
Okay, Gerds.
18-10 New South Wales.
Wendell.
Queensland 13-12.
Pagey, as one of the great analytical sports minds that Australia's ever seen. What do you reckon?
New South Wales 60-0. Sure, why not?
Jess is a Queenslander. What about you as a Queenslander?
Yeah, go on.
I'm going to go New South Wales 12-6. Boys, also, what's the beverage of choice? New South Wales versus Queensland. What's the beverage of choice?
Tui's versus Forex. Simple.
Yeah, anything 4X for me. But when I'm drinking with MG, we like to have a nice wine after the game. Red wine.
Yes. Yes, we do.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
There you go. Adelaide. Come on, baby. Let's go.
I remember that little session in Adelaide after that. Was it last year we did that? That was good.
That's the thing I miss about not being with you boys.
That was delightful.
That was 2 years ago now. That's crazy to think that.
I know.
It's too early to start now.
It's 12 o'clock. It's 12 o'clock somewhere.
I want to know what happened on this trip. Is it what happens on the trip stays on the trip?
Yeah,
No, it was, mate. It was the best because we'd finished calling the game, but there's a nice restaurant at Adelaide Oval. There wasn't much food to be had, but MG and I just went the best bottles of wine, and obviously there was some beers, and then we had a good time. It was great.
One for the punters, gentlemen. Who will be the first try scorer tonight, MG?
Okay, I'll give you the first try scorer and the man of the match. Okay. I'll give you Daniel Tupu. Cleary will be the man of the match.
Okay, Gerds, first try scorer and man of the match for you.
I'm going to go aerial assault. Tupu scores first try, and Isaiah Yeo, man of the match.
What do you reckon, Dell?
I'm going Dane Gagai, and then I'm going to go Ben Hunt as man of the match.
Okay, and finally, when we wake up tomorrow, what will be the headline on the front page of the paper, MG?
I think it's going to be New South Wales kick Queensland's Haas.
Oh, nice. That's
Quality. Gerds, what do you think?
Tomorrow, I think we're going to wake up and read "No welcome for Cotter."
Oh,
yes. Beautiful.
Oh,
Dell?
Stop the fight.
Oh, yeah, I'm done. I'm just going to say Maroons and Bush Blues, latest 1-0.
Nice. I love that.
And Madam Oracle, Jess Eva, what will be the headline on the paper tomorrow, Jess?
I reckon I actually don't think the result will be on it. I think it'll be Dell and Gerds seen getting intimate over a bottle of wine after the game.
Oh, that made me jealous.
That's not news. That happens all the time.
That happens all the time.
Bring it on, guys. Thank
Good
you
on
for
you,
all your
boys. Love
expertise
yous.
this morning.
Thanks, guys. Love your work, guys.
Thank
Love
you,
ya.
guys. Thanks for having us.
Misses too. Bye-bye.